Lambeau Field.
On the set.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go. 10 black. Ready.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
And his run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
10, 6, opposite, 3. Ready.
And we're going to work this down inside the 45. Give him 10 more on that one. And another first down.
I like the change of pace. The idea that you want to keep the ball on the ground, but you don't want to do it in the traditional sense of just turning around and handing it off to your running back. So this time, they give it to the wide receiver. They get him in space, get the ball in his hands, and he turns it into a solid game.
And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
So I like these plays. I think the more guys, Mike, that you can get involved in the ground game, the better. And, of course, they're going to get enough touches to their back in a traditional sense, but make the defense defend every blade of grass from sideline to sideline and from line of scrimmage to the end zone. And one of the best ways to do it is to get your wide receivers, get your speed guys involved in the run game.
Drill, 52. 52 blaster.
On 2nd down, Love. Forced out wide. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Packers.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
10 cycles. Hut, hut.
To the pylon, he's in. Christian Watson, touchdown, Green Bay. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Makes the score Packers 7, Texans nothing.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. First carry for Joe Mixon. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. The defense could not bring him down. It's a catch and run of 22 yards.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. Pass midfield to the 45. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
A gain of 19.
They'll get 19 out of that play. 1st down for Houston.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. They'll run on 1st down with Mixon. He'll get him behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Powerful Rashawn Gary there in run support.
2nd and 6.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
All right. 18. That's it. Oh, no.
From the gun, here's Stroud. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. So back up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Stroud going to set up to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
On 4th down, Stroud. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. And he's into the end zone. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston.
So by nature, Mike, you know, I am a guy that is generally aggressive on 4th down, but I'm not sure if I was the coach that I would even be this aggressive. I mean, it was 4th and long, but hey, listen, they have confidence in their offense. They have confidence in their group, and hey, who are we to second guess them?
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And it's a poor kick here. Doesn't even make the landing zone. So that means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. A pair of 1st downs gives them 1st and 10 up at the 40.
Slide 2. Set. Blue 32. Drill green. Hut.
They go play action with Love. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. And it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rep here by the defense. They go man coverage, takes away all the threats downfield, and with nothing open, he has no choice but just kind of throw a contested ball, hope for the best, and just falls incomplete.
Set. Go.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a modest game.
Ready?
Off the play fake. Here's Love. He's going to take a shot down the field. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and they have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
At their own 21-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
He'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins. We're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Here we go.
They'll go right back to Mixon. He's going to be marked down up around the 33. It'll be a pickup 10. It's good for a Texans first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Second and 10.
Here we go. Hey, south.
Throwing is Stroud. That one on target to Watson. And he will score. Justin Watson. Touchdown, Texans. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Texans will move out to a 14-7 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Opposite. Reach. Cut.
And he will not be the turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
60 red. Shot. 17 ready.
Love firing to Golden. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 19 yards. Good for a Green Bay first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Yes, green jack. Claws red. Ready.
On play action, Love. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. Down the right sideline. And he will go all the way. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Packers. That's his second touchdown of the afternoon. Now it's McManus for the point after. The kick is good. And the Packers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. A return now from the 4. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Dell, the motion man. On first and 10, here's Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On second down, Stroud. Rolling right. He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Here's a third down and 4.
18. That's right.
Stroud to throw. On the quick slant. Caught by takedown. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Pick up of the 11 yards on that one. First down for Houston.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. He is just gashing the defense right now. 17 more yards with that one.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40.
How for tonight? 18. That's it.
Now Stroud. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Here we go. 118. That's it.
The man in motion is Watson. He'll go play action with Stroud. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
And once he got his head around, he realized he was in danger. I mean, luckily, he was able to get rid of that ball before it turned into a negative play.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10.
Tony.
The man in motion is Watson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Edgerrin Cooper. Oh, big hole left side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. And the defense finds the end zone. Great work inside by the linebacker, who takes it back the other way for the touchdown.
Yeah, he just never saw the linebacker in the middle of the field, Mike, and the quarterback was locked in on his receiver, and once that ball came out of his hand, I think he wanted it back.
McManus on for the point after. His kick is good. And the Packers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll give this to Mixon, running right. Room to run past midfield. And they finally bring him down, but he gets it to the red zone. Brings it inside the 20. It's a big-time run by Mixon. A pickup of 44 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
And he'll take it on in. Harrison Bryant. Touchdown, Houston. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
Ready, break. 6, Mega, down. 33, blue striker. Drill green. Hut.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to go deep. Looking for Reed.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike. And that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
the left sideline. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now quickly to Golden on the RPO. And good yardage there after the catch to wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 14-yard line.
Second down throw for Love. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Packers.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Now it's McManus for the point after. He's got it, and the Packers go up by 7, 28-21.
28, Texans 21. Brandon McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. He fields it at the 8. Yeah. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Here we go. 18. That's it.
Stroud to throw here on first down. A throw left side finds Dell. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Throwing on second down. Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. As they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Set to go now on first and 10.
Oh, okay. 18. That's it.
Back to throw. Stroud. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Now a signal. Timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Tony.
To throw is Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. That's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This returnable from the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
first down. It's Stroud. This is intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Micah Parsons.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy, so if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. But rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this second half.
A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Jaden Reed was the intended target, and it'll lead to a second down.
22 needle, steel, black, 33, yellow, ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Red, check.
From the gun, it's Love. Open is Kraft. He's got it. Space getting tight here. Down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10.
First down.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the Texans' 13.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Green Bay. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure, and I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
On play action. Stroud. And he can hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
Over. 18.
From the gun, here's Stroud. Moving left. He's got his man. Complete to Dell. 17 yards on that connection. It's good for a Texans first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
18.
Stroud to throw here on first and 10. And not wanting to take on any contact, he's going to slide to a stop. A first down on the scramble. A gain of 16. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
18.
They will work the middle with Mixon. And brought down after a gain of a couple. From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 7. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. To the left side in the hands of Watson. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First down, Houston.
Schultz, the motion man. On the ground, it's Mixon. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9 at the 13-yard line.
A second down throw for Stroud. And he's in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans. That's his second touchdown of the afternoon. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Texans 28.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball is going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Set, ready. 52 blue. Watch out now. 50 field, black. Right, white. 6, mega, hut.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. He's got it. And he's got another one. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Packers. Is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run. We got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The kick is good. Makes the score Packers 42, Texans 28.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And that's going to be short, not making it to the landing zone. So this means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. Throwing is Stroud. That one complete to Watson. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Open man, that's Collins. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Brings up second
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
And they bring them down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. First down for Houston.
Okay, we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time,
the pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
C.J. Stroud sacked. It's second down.
On second down, Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10. Stroud. On the quick slant, caught by Tank Dell. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here comes second and 4.
Here we go.
Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
And after that short run, it puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. They're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll let the fullback try to push the pot. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
It's fourth down.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That is caught. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
And now they'll go with the more popular of late analytics-driven decision. Down 8, going for 2.
Look the hot, look the hot. Why Tony? Hey, Uno Mars.
Now Stroud. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision brought it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. Looking to double up here. Score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Okay, right? Check,
And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
ready.
From the 35, here's second down and 4.
Here we go. Black, 95. Set.
And he's into into the end zone yet again. Christian Watson, touchdown, Green Bay. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a two-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a two-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so that's whistled dead, and the ball gets placed at the 40-yard line.
Oh, ready? At 18, what's up?
On first down, they'll start with Mixon. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long. Like he's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Here's Stroud. That one is caught by Collins. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Texans.
Now, Stroud. Out to his right. Now he'll run.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit. Like, there was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
From the 43, here's second down and 6.
Here we go.
Here's Stroud. A ball deep for the end zone. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work to separate the man from football. And it'll bring up third down.
And 6 yards to go.
11. 118. What's that?
To throw, it's Stroud. This one throws it up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball. And it is fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game. Like, it just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down.
Ready up. Trouble, 38. 10.
And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. Second down coming in.
On the stop.
43 rail.
1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Huge.
At the
Shot.
44-yard
17.
line.
Cut.
Love to throw. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
Let's give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
Pause rec. Slide through. Hut.
On play action, Love. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this.
Ready. Black block. Set. Ready.
And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8. Now it's 2nd and 1.
10 cycles.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Ready.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he will get into the